Hi everybody, welcome to this reading. We're going to look at the main themes for this month for you. So what is unfolding and further insight on what the themes are and what is going to happen for you in the coming month. Let's see, you need to choose a pile. So we have 3 groups, 1, 2, and 3. You can go ahead and choose with the charms. So you can go with the visual way. We have a key here, a little alarm clock, and a little star. You can also hover your hand above each pile on your screen. And if you feel a warm sensation or tingles on the palm of your hand, then you know that that's the pile for you. You can also do the same thing while hovering your hand. You can ask a question internally, like for example, is pile 1 mine? And if you hear a clear yes, then you know that pile 1 is yours. You can do this for each pile, and then the one where you hear a clear yes will be yours. You can also just choose the way that's most intuitive to you. Either you just know, or whatever the way you choose is. So go ahead with your instinct, with your preference. Everything's good. And then once you've chosen, you just need to go into the description box below, and you'll have your timestamp, and you can just skip and go directly to that timestamp to get to your reading. So get settled in, just grab some tea. I'm not sure how long it'll be, but hopefully it'll deliver everything that you need, all the messages and guidance for this upcoming month for you. So take care. I'll see you soon once you've chosen your piles. See ya. All right, pile 1, welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and flip the cards for you. All right, so let's look at what we have here. The main theme for the month, we have connection, the biome. I wasn't intending on using this deck here with these 2 next cards that we have, but it was just kind of screaming at me to use it. I didn't use it for the other ones. It was just specifically for pile 1. So the reason I think it absolutely wanted to come out, wanted me to use this deck, is because here when we see the biome connection, so we see like earth, or the sense of connectedness, everything is connected, everything is whole. There's this circle in the center. And this is not necessarily about connecting with others. And I think that was the message, and that's why that other deck wanted to kind of like chime in and say it's all about cherishing the self. So it's kind of like becoming whole within you, right? It's integration, and it's not necessarily connection with others. Through being integrated, through that sense of wholeness, then yes, there is this sense of connection to others and a deepening of relationships that can happen from that standpoint of cherishing the self first. So it's being whole with yourself, within yourself, first and foremost. And that is one of the biggest themes of this month for you. And so we have that clarifier with cherishing self. I accept and love myself. So the message is kind of clear here. And then we have exceeding expectations. I soar into excellence. And so it is about really that sense of self-confidence, of being your own champion, of your inner self-talk, reflecting that self-love, reflecting the fact that you are your own best friend. That if you have to be willing to give yourself the love that you deserve. You have to be willing to champion yourself. You have to be willing to change the inner thoughts to be more positive in order for your mind, for your well-being to really soar. Nobody can do that for you. It is your responsibility. And it's not kind of like responsibility in the sense that it's like something that's really heavy and like unpleasant. It's more that it's empowering, right? You are literally, the theme for this month is that you are empowering yourself to really cherish yourself, to be your own champion, to really step up and meet and exceed your own expectations. You are soaring into excellence. So that is really part of the main themes for this month. With that being said, let's look at why is that unfolding? Why is that the main theme? And what is the purpose of that? And really what we have here is ignition fire. So that's kind of like a very powerful card, again, which reminds me of that exceeding expectations one, but even like further, where you're really stepping up and owning your power. You're really igniting your inner passion. You're really stepping up to the plate and really championing your light and who you are. So it's really kind of like stepping up in that role of leader, of inner leadership, right? And that whole sense of connectivity and becoming that whole person, really, without needing the external, and really kind of like starting from the ground up, from the inside out, is really the biggest message here. And it's really unfolding for the purpose of this ignition that will be starting for you, that will be ignited within you, right? So you're unleashing your power is really what is happening for you this month. Now let's look at the next cards here. We have Mystic Meadow Sanctuary. So this card likes to come out pretty often. We have it here, and we have Trust and the Crystal Cave. This is funny. It actually looks like this amethyst crystal in that picture, which is quite funny. Yeah, so let's get back to the topic. So we're looking at, okay, with these two cards, what is helping the process? And we have this sense of sanctuary, of inner sanctuary. So of really cherishing the self, of really going inwards to ignite that fire, of really going inwards and perhaps looking at certain, like, how can we help ourselves, right? How can you help yourself in terms of your inner talk? Are you noticing you're putting yourself down? Is your inner talk, building you up, or is it drowning you? Is it detrimental to your well-being? What about your beliefs, right? Are they building you up again, or is it something that's negative? So you want to look at that. But also it's kind of like accepting and loving yourself as well. So I've never noticed this detail about this card before, but it's like that rabbit here is holding something that looks precious. Like, I'm not sure exactly what it is. It kind of reminds me of that amethyst again that we see in that crystal cave. And it's kind of like what's coming up for me is that it's protecting this energy. It's kind of like protecting your own energy is the message I'm getting from this as well. So your inner talk, definitely important, but also looking at it from the perspective of what is your energy saying? Are you drained? Are you replenished? What is replenishing to you? What is draining to you? And perhaps sometimes things shift. So some days, you don't really want to extrovert too much, talk to too many people and stuff like that, but some days you need it. So it's also being able to kind of like decipher your own moods and understand that they might be shifting as well. And so looking at your energy and really also placing it in places, situations, people, or whatever right now that will help you, that will be helpful for your own well-being. So it's looking at your needs first and protecting your energy. So that's what I have with this card. If something else comes up, I also see the fog, or there's kind of like a fog. There's light, yes, but there's also a fog, and I feel like there's a castle in the background. And it's almost like I feel like the fog is lifting. So it's kind of like you are going inwards, but you still are very much connected to the outer. You're only going inward to go outward in a more authentic way. So I feel like what you're doing right now, or what helps your process, or what is helping this process of ignition, is going inwards to replenish your energy, to protect your energy, to look at your inner self-talk, to, make sure that you're championing yourself and not putting yourself down. And so that you can kind of like be reborn into that fire energy, that ignition. And it's right there. It's kind of like right there on the surface waiting to happen. So that's nice. There's also here trust. So this is further insight. So it's kind of like trusting the process. Trusting that as you take care of your energy, as you take care of yourself, as you nourish yourself, as you cherish yourself and champion yourself, trust that things will unfold for you in the perfect way. Things will fall into place at the perfect time, that you are where you are and it is unfolding as it should, and all is well and you are supported. So there's this sense of trust and also intuition. There's also this big kind of like, it's not a fireball, I'm not sure, it's kind of like a sort of crystal ball, but not really. It's almost, she's holding like a mini sunshine or something, a mini sun. And it is reminding me of like that fire energy, kind of like birthing that ignition. Hi guys, unfortunately my camera stopped working for some reason, and I was a little bit ahead in the process. I've actually shuffled another deck, but I just want to finish what I was saying here, and we'll just go with the flow. So I think I was talking about this card here, and what I was saying is it looks as if she's kind of like birthing this fire energy. She's protecting this energy that's ready to ignite, to come out. And so it is really reminiscent, like both are kind of like, they look really similar in their shapes, those two cards. Like here you have the opening of the cave, here you have the opening of the trees, and you can see the city behind them. And here you can't really see what's there, but you have to trust. So I feel like it's very similar, where that energy is maybe dormant right now, but you will be experiencing it, you will be birthing it very shortly. So it's upcoming this month. And so it's important that you really focus on cherishing yourself, accepting and loving yourself. So it's really about loving yourself, about exceeding your own expectations of how much love you can give yourself, and how much like positive love and thoughts you can feed your mind. And so focus on that, because you're rebirthing, baby. You're becoming whole. You're stepping into that powerful energy of yours. So unfortunately, I didn't shuffle these on camera because it was off, but I will just place them now. And I have another one. I can at least shuffle the next one. So for pile one, please, for the main themes of this month for them. So in terms of their connectivity, of cherishing themselves, of this ignition coming up. What more can you tell us? More information for pile one. Okay, that's awesome. We have another one here. All right, so let's look at these cards that just showed up. So the first card that showed up was Hidden Familiars, Allies, Natural Assistance, Divine Support, and Comfort. And I think this fits so very well with that trust that all is unfolding perfectly. Trust that you're supported, and that there's this aspect of self-comfort also, but just know that you're not alone in this. There's like, with this trust too, there's this big aspect of spirit being present in your life, that you are not undergoing whatever your life in general alone, that there is support for you, that you do have this assistance that may come to you in the form of signs, in the form of thoughts, and the more, and this is really your intuition, right? And the more you are in a positive state, the more you are able to hear your own intuition, to tap into your own wisdom and intuition. And that's what I'm seeing with this card here. What else do we have as a message for you? We have wildness, enigma, service, and choices. So I think this fits really, really well with the main theme here, which is all about connectivity, and the choices of what you decide to do with your mind. Are you have the choice between victimization, for example, or that sort of like mentality, or you have the power and you have the choice and the freedom to try to champion yourself, to try to help yourself, to try to feed yourself love. And it can start with like very small, minute details in how you speak to yourself and how your inner talk is. It really changes how your mind can work for you, not against you, right? So you really want to utilize that beautiful mind of yours to work with you, to work with your mind, to work with your soul, to work with your heart. So this is kind of like what I'm seeing here with this card. This is what it's reminding me of. So you can kind of like decipher, you can kind of like break down the mask of ego. So, and you're right behind that, right? This is kind of like, okay, I'm removing these limitations here, and this is my real face behind. And it's exactly reminding me of, I hope this is still filming, yes. This is exactly reminding me of those two cards here where I said like they look the same in shape. I don't know if that was on camera or if that's when my camera cut, but I was saying that you can see kind of like the outline of the trees here and the opening that they create. And it's the same opening here created by the rocks of that cave. And here you see that city, and here you don't see anything, right? And here you see a face, and it's kind of like that same opening. So there's really this sense of like you're birthing a new you. There's new energy emerging, and you're really at the cusp of that this month. You're stepping into your power. You have the choice and you have the freedom to really exceed your own expectations and how much you can champion yourself, nourish yourself, and love yourself. And you're really coming at that junction right now in your life and this month. So that is great. Now let's look at that last card here. And it says songbirds, sound healing, final goodbye, release. And it's kind of like breaking free of chains. So yeah, there's something, you're breaking out of a shell that you had. We have that same hole here, that same like circle, which is kind of reminding me of the circle here, actually, very much so. And you are becoming whole. You're letting yourself fly. I mean, I'm loving how these cards are playing out, how they interplay together. It's kind of like you're becoming that beautiful bird. You're letting yourself out of that mask, out of ego limitations, really out of exceeding expectations in terms of like how free from certain beliefs and thought patterns you can become. So I feel like you're really breaking free of a lot of limitations this month. All right, sorry guys, my camera stopped again. I had to restart my phone. So I think I'm pretty much done with this card here. So really you're ready to really break free of any limitations, any limiting belief, and limitations that you've placed on yourself that you do not need to hang on to anymore, that are not constructive for you, that are not constructive for your future, for who you really are, for how you want to show up in the world, for your true, authentic soul fire to emerge. And you're letting that happen this month. You're breaking free of those limitations. You're really working on your self-love and really nursing that energy back into the world. So I think that's beautiful. We're going to take this next deck here and get final information for you, Pile 1. So let's go ahead and do that. Final information for Pile 1. All right. Let's grab another one as well. Okay, so we have overrate your intuition. So again, it goes very well with the trust card. So absolutely, you know, as you step in, as you take care of yourself, as you nourish your mind, as you really make room for yourself in that space, as you create that space, that peace within, your intuition will be on fire. And perhaps that is exactly what you're birthing. Right? That is exactly, I think this is what's happening, is that you will be so in touch with your intuition. You won't even believe your eyes. Like your intuition is going to fire up. I really feel that for you. That as you really take care of yourself, love yourself, take care of your mind and your thoughts, be good to you, trust your intuition because it will be on fire. Don't doubt. Banish the voice of self-doubt, and it's gonna pop. It always pops for everybody. And the thing is you might just say, okay, hi, I see you. I understand that you're there, no problem. But I'm gonna choose to feed myself a different thought right now. I'm gonna choose to say that I love myself so much that I see this doubt. I love you, doubt, no problem, because I can take on the world, right? And it's really having that attitude of just kind of like this loving, go easy attitude. And that intuition will be on fire. Don't doubt that. And then gratitude again. So I think that gratitude will really be helpful through this process this month. It will really help you be in alignment, create this sanctuary for yourself. I would suggest actually a practice that I really like doing. And it's kind of like a gratitude journal, but really try to have it every day if you can. It's only like 5 minutes a day. It's really nothing compared to how much you can gain, right? To the, you know, the type of life that you want to have, the type of intuition that you want to develop. Taking 5 minutes a day to nurture yourself and to nurture that birth in your life is like incredible. It's really worth it. So I would really recommend having a mindset of gratitude for whatever you know, like even things that are negative that have occurred in your life. If you can see them from a perspective of they have helped you spiritually, they have helped you grow as a person. But that's kind of like, not only that, that's one aspect of being grateful. That's maybe not a harder aspect to reach, but it can be. Like, it's not always the easiest to do, right? But what's easy is like gratitude for anything, for the small things, for the smell of the flower you passed by, or you know, the bee buzzing in the garden that's caught your attention, the nice bird that landed on the branch that you get to see, the breeze on your face that's cooling you down on a warm summer night, you know, like all of these things, all of these small things, the coffee in the morning, you know, I don't know, hugging your pet, all of these things that we take for granted too during the day, like having, you know, like a nice cold glass of water. So like kind of like adopting that sort of like thankful attitude to what is present abundantly in your life, or simply just present in your life at the moment that they are present. That is what gratitude is. And so one of the practices that I would recommend what I do is like I write 3 wins that I have during the previous day. So I do that in the morning for what happened the previous day, or I do it a little bit in the afternoon sometimes as well. So, and it's 3 wins that have occurred for you. So they can be very small wins, like little celebration moments. So let's say, I don't know, that you've gained a new client if you have your own business, for example, or I don't know, you've invited a friend for a coffee that you haven't seen in a while, or I don't know, you started reading a new book. Sorry. So it could be anything, like any type of win. It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be small, it can be anything, right? But just anything that you've accomplished. 3 a day. And the same, and after that, 3 gratitudes. So 3 things that you are grateful for in your day. So like I said, it could be anything, small, big, like you can be grateful for having had your cup of coffee in the morning, tasting the coffee, and it can go from like having, met the love of your life. So it's like, you could be grateful for really literally anything. And doing that every day. So I would recommend starting, I would say do it for 21 days or do it for the whole month if you can. I would recommend a lifetime, but just start. If you don't do that, I would highly recommend you starting. It will definitely help you. So this is what I have for you, pile 1. I hope this was helpful. I feel like your intuition will be on fire. You are unlocking it, baby. You're unlocking all of that. There's that little charm here. Take care. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Send me some love. And check out my other videos. If you haven't checked out my other pick a card reading, I highly suggest you check them out. I also offer readings, so you can go in the description box and fire me an email, and I'll be glad to walk you through my process. All right, take care. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead, dive in, flip those cards. All right, Pile 2, so these are your cards. So right off the bat, what we see for this month, as a main theme, we have changed and wind. So we see this woman kind of like carrying the whole, I don't know, like so many things on the whole ground with the trees and the buildings and trees all around. And it kind of reminds me of the energy of the tower in tarot, so where things are crumbling to make way for the new. So there's this big energy of change. And right next to it, we have purity ice. So we see kind of like a wild horse running, and underneath like the ice and that horse running and that snow, there's like this dormant, beautiful woman, this energy that is dormant with purity. So I feel like this change is bringing about something that's been dormant for a while, perhaps. Further, as like a clarifier to why this is happening, is we have to make equal here, the equator. So this card reminds me of like a sense of balance as well, finding balance. So perhaps whatever change is going to come about right now is actually restoring balance. So right now, like this month, there might be a lot of upheaval in terms of like things are really shifting, but they are shifting because there is like this dormant birth of balance occurring. And so this change is happening because things were not balanced properly. Perhaps it's your inner foundation, right? And now balance is being restored in your life. So something is shifting, something is changing in order for balance to be restored in your life. And what can help you in this process of restoring balance in your life and moving from upheaval and change to this state of balance? But whatever change is occurring right now is actually very positive. It is actually kind of divinely guided to get you to that state of balance. We have the little crow here, or raven, at the side of the card here, which they usually symbolize transformation. They usually symbolize change through transforming oneself. So it's very positive. It might not be the easiest in terms of like change sometimes. Well, you know, it's never like the most pleasant thing in the world, but it can definitely be approached from a standpoint of, you know, really caring for yourself through this process, because it's not easy, and not making it harder on yourself. So maybe taking a bit of a time out too through this process, letting yourself rest, giving yourself some time to rest through this process as well. So giving yourself a break as well is important. And that sense of balance is absolutely being restored. There's a sense of like peace emanating from this card. I have the sense of like magic from it. And we kind of see like the sparkles here in this card, and they're the same here in the background. So it's like, and with the white horse, so it's really like that energy is coming in. Very soon you will experience that state of balance. And it might be that that change is happening very fast as well, but it's like rest assured that balance is being restored. That's also a message for you, pile 2, that I have that's coming out very strongly right now. So rest assured, balance is coming soon. Everything is occurring for your best here. So let's look at what can help in this process this month, in this process of balance and finding that balance. So we have a fire spirit energy, and we also have earth spirit stability. Yeah, so this card, fire spirit energy, is really kind of like, and we have ice here. It's really funny. You have like practically all the energies here working together, and then we have balance. So it really is, it's a big month for you in terms of working with all sorts of energy, being able to really find balance no matter what is occurring in your life. I feel that that's a big learning for this month, and it's coming. It's a very positive place to be able to juggle with all types of different energies, and being able to, if you need rest, to rest. If, you need to be dynamic and have like a fiery energy, then you have it. And then when you need to really kind of be in that grateful, graceful, stable place, you are able to give yourself that as well. So I'm seeing that you are kind of like unleashing all these different abilities to bring balance and order into your life, and be like this you're able to fluctuate and adapt to life as it comes to you. And it's not hard, it's easy. It's kind of like a dance. I see you like in a rhythm almost here. So that's very positive, pile 2. And what else? I'm just trying to see if anything comes out. So probably embracing these different facets of you right now. So really tapping into the energy of like, being dynamic when you can be, when the situation needs it from you, or resting when that situation calls for that. And also keeping your eye on like grounding yourself. So any habit that can help you ground yourself, meditation, yoga, a gratitude journal, even eating, healthy local foods might really help you nourish your body, nourish your mind, help you feel connected to the earth. So there's really that sense of calmness that comes from that stable energy here. So really tapping into that energy as well this month for you will be very, very helpful. And the energy of like creativity as well will be strong. So when you have, energy spurs, creativity spurs, follow them. Go with the flow, go with what's coming up for you. Yeah, don't let your mind decide so much. Like, that's the type of energy I feel where, you know, you don't want to have like your mind kind of triggered and making the decisions. The energy of fire here is like that energy of like really quick decision making that comes from the guts almost, not really, you know, pondering or like, oh, but I feel kind of tired, I don't know if I want to try this new dance class or whatever, you know, the case may be, or I'm not sure I can pull this off, or all that kind of like, sometimes when the mental space is, you know, tired or filled with things, it can confuse and limit more than free up space for us to grow into. And so I feel like, yeah, the more you can also tap into that energy of like, right now I feel like doing that, I'm just going to do it and we'll see what happens. That will be helpful as well. Resting as well, and knowing that, you know, kind of like the best is yet to come, and you can rest assured that things will unfold. So take the time also to replenish your energy. So there's also that message. So let's see, let's shuffle the next deck of card that I have. So for pile 2, let's get more information, further insight on the main themes that we have here for the month. So this change that's leading to this sense of balance with a total transformation of energies and how they interplay together, and being able to adapt and fluctuate with life and as things and opportunities present themselves. So let's see for pile 2, what more information can we get? More information for pile 2. I dropped a bit too many here. Just give me a second. All right, let's shuffle this deck for pile 2. So I'm gonna take these. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this card here because I don't think this one wanted to come out. I'm gonna keep it aside for now, and we're gonna see how the rest plays out, okay? But I don't think that it wanted to come out. So we have here hidden familiars, allies, natural assistance, divine support, and comfort. And this card came out for the other deck. And I did have like that kind of intuition that I will put it back into the deck because I know it wants to come out for one of the next piles. And it was your pile, pile 2. So just know that you are divinely supported in this change and in this new energy that's emerging for you. Okay, you have divine support and comfort as you find that balance in your life this month. So that is a big message that wanted to come out for you here. That don't doubt this process, and that you are supported in it. And let's see what else. So we have peace, which is really something that I felt like an energy that's very present in your reading. Agent of change, impact, and importance. Yeah, there's this big change occurring, and peace kind of returning, and learning to bring that peace about in your life, and learning to harness all these different types of energies in your life. And yeah, I feel like this is all blossoming for you. You're really learning to tap into that energy of peace within, that energy of creativity and fire within, and finding that balance between that peaceful state, that active state. There's the receptive state, there's the active state. And I feel like you're really finding balance between acting and being, doing and being as well. So I feel like this is really happening. And it's really, and you're finding probably this is occurring through this change that is happening this month. So you're growing wings. Like this picture here. And blossoming. And what's coming up also for me right here is the sun in all the three cards, the sun shining. Here it's rising or setting. Here it's kind of like at noon, and here it's, I don't know, somewhere in the afternoon. I feel like it's kind of like a timeline almost. It's reminding me of like a learning curve as well. And the cycles of life, kind of like this change cycling out and bringing this new energy. So I'm getting kind of like that message as well. We have a banyan blessings, banyan tree here with security, the hermit, expansion, and stability. And that is really connected with this card of purity here, where it's kind of like the hermit energy, taking a break and trusting here that it's because balance is being restored. And here, stability. We have stability twice. So the earth spirit here coming up very strongly with peace as well. So really kind of like tapping into that, which will bring you that sense of security and stability, that earthy vibe, you know. So anything to do with the senses, anything to do with being grateful for what's around you, for the abundance, for the food, the drinks you have, the food you have, you know. So that sort of mindset, and really connecting, like, you know, having connective practices like yoga, meditation, and that sort of stuff as well. If you can walk barefoot outside, like on the grass or the sand, and really feeling your soles dig into the earth and feel the earth under your feet. That is expanding to that energy of peace and stability and security within you, for you, is really expanding as well this month. Let's take the next deck. See what else we can get for you, pile 2. So final information, please, for pile 2. In terms of the themes for this month. Sorry, I shuffled a little weird here. Let's try this again. Oh, we have one card. Let's take that card, and then we'll shuffle another as well. More information for pile 2. Wow, that card that came out, I feel like fits so well in the reading. It's kind of like, I will show you in a second, guys. Just hang on. I'm trying to get more information from Spirit to you guys to help you for this month, for this beautiful sense of balance that's emerging. We have our card. All right. 1 second. All right. All right. So there you go, guys. We have our cards. Light in the unexpected. This is reminding me that flash of lightning, or whatever that is very much reminding me of that change card, of that tower moment, you know, kind of like the lightning in tarot that crushes the tower. Yeah, I feel like perhaps this change is, you don't know what to expect from it, but light is coming from it. So it's something good will come out of it, of the change. We know that it's that sense of balance. So you will find light in the unexpected. And here we have magic happens when you most expect it. So expect the best, and the best will come to you. It is really as simple as that. And we have a number 44 in terms of stability. The number 4 is the number of stability. So having it double here kind of doubles that message of like expanding that sense of stability within you. So again, that message is coming up again. And yeah, really kind of like harnessing the power of your mind and beliefs in terms of what is the best that you can expect for yourself, and the best will occur. So as you take a time out, as you are in that energy of, break or the hermit, or things are, shifting, and you're in that in-between stage, trust and believe and expect the best, and the best will occur. And I really see that within like the cards that we have here. We really see kind of like all these energies, the energy of earth, of fire, of water, of ice, and being able to balance yourself in the most beautiful way. Being able to have that rhythm and cycle with life, because that's a message that was very present as well. The sense of rhythm and cycle is very, very present in this reading. And so something is cycling out to make space for the new, to make space for that balanced energy that's coming in, where you're able to really juggle with life and dance with it in a very blissful way, in a very good way, in a very pleasant way, in a very aligned way. And so expect the best, baby, because the best is going to happen. The best is happening when you expect it. So again, magic happens when you most expect it. So expect it. There will be light in the unexpected, so do not worry. And so my best to you, pile 2. I hope you enjoy your reading. I hope it was helpful. Take care. Please don't forget to send me good vibes and click on like and subscribe. I offer readings as well. You can go to the description box and fire off an email my way. I will explain how the process works. So this is what I have for you, pile 2. Take care. Bye. All right. Welcome, pile 3. This is your reading. Let's flip those cards. What is unfolding? What are the main themes for this month for you? So we have speaking your word and voice. So I feel like there's this sense of unleashing your voice, unleashing your truth, being able to speak your mind, speaking from your heart, speaking in an aligned way, what is true for you, what is authentic for you, your needs, and being able to give voice to your intuition, to your inspirations, to who you are and what you want. So this theme is very present this month. And we have cleansing and storms as another theme. So I feel like paired with voice here and speaking your word, it's kind of like you're cleansing away, you're cleaning away all the clutter, all that's not needed within your inner self-talk and things like that. So how you use your words, what your mental processes are, what kind of words you use. Are you saying to yourself in your inner, self-talk, are you saying, I think, you're great, I love you and stuff like that? Or are you saying, oh, you're stupid, you shouldn't have done that? Or, that kind of talk. So that will really kind of like shape your inner landscape and really kind of color your outlook of life, of things. And it might seem like a very small thing, but it's actually huge. The way you talk to yourself is huge. The way you use your words is huge, because through words we create our reality. So what kind of story are you telling yourself about you? And it's very important that this story is aligned with actually who you are, no longer with the limiting beliefs. So you're cleaning that out. I see that you're cleaning that out. You're releasing what doesn't serve you, what doesn't serve your inner landscape, what doesn't nourish you. You are releasing that, and you are becoming more aligned with your words. And that's all for the purpose of creation, water. So if you know anything about the law of attraction. So basically what it says is that you attract what you put out, basically, right? And so the more negativity is within you, the more outer negativity you attract to your life. So you really want to lighten up. You really want to look at, what your words are creating. Are you really tapping into the energy of that, inspiration, creativity, beauty, gratitude, nourishment, love? And the more you do that, the more that's what's going to appear in your life, the more that's what's going to be around you and attracted to you. So it's asking for you to create through your words. Be mindful and look at what you can create, because it will be absolutely beautiful. Like this card is really giving off an energy of like, oh, sorry, I bumped the phone. But what you can create worlds with your words, with your mind, with your mindset. And so be cognizant of that and really try to harness your mind in the direction of your dreams, basically. And that's really what's happening this month for you, is really that you're moving towards that. You're really cleaning up in order to create your dreams. This is literally what is happening this month for you. So that's absolutely beautiful, pile 3. Let's look at the other cards that we have. We have stillness and we have miracles. So what can further help you in this process of arriving at this place of attracting your dreams, attracting the best to you? And we have stillness. And there's a girl who's staring at this still pond, and it's reflecting a swan, a beautiful swan. So it's kind of like, again, if you quiet your mind, if you quiet anxieties, fears, limiting beliefs, negative self-talk, that sort of stuff, what in that stillness, in that space that you create, where all that chatter and that negativity or that sort of stuff, heavy energy drops, what is left? What do you see? What comes up? And here we see a swan, a beautiful swan. So you want to create that space in order to be able to see clearly. What's funny is that it's funny because seeing clearly, and well, she's seeing something else entirely than her face, right? Or than herself. She's seeing a swan. But it's kind of like, I think it's a beautiful metaphor for, when we think with the mind, with the thinking mind, we think in the real material sense that we're just, going to look at a mirror and we're just going to get the reflection of, our bodies back, right? But in truth, we can see so much more. We can see the depth of our soul, how much we value ourselves, how much we love ourselves, what we tell ourselves when we look at ourselves in the mirror. And there's so many layers like that are happening beneath that image. And I think of just the body and the mind thinking, and it's kind of like connecting to that part of you, the soul part of you, which is also present but is less maybe visible. So I feel like tapping into that, tapping into the invisible, tapping into that soul part of you, and seeing beyond like the material, beyond what's just right there, right here, that seems very apparent, like looking beneath a little bit, like, looking through the veil a little bit, like opening that curtain up a little and just looking at what's there, right? So I feel like there's that work that's needed where, look at your beliefs a little more, look at your self-talk a little more, and try to see beyond perhaps what you're seeing right this second, right now, and see maybe the potential also, or see truth in a different way. There's also a lot about perspective, right? So how are you viewing a situation? Can you view it a bit differently? So there's a lot of that happening that will definitely help you in that process of coming to that place of pure creation, of tapping into your dreams and making them happen and attracting the best to you. So keep that in mind, pile 3. We also have here miracles, which is absolutely beautiful. It's again that energy of creation, of dreams coming true. So you really have this potential, pile 3, of really tapping into the energy of miracles, of transformation, of seeing the signs and miracles and dreams appear in your life right now. There's this big potential for your dreams to come true. And for signs, for having these breadcrumbs from life showing you that, yes, you're on your way, you're on the right path, and your dreams are coming true. So watch out for little signs like rainbows, like butterflies, like, feathers and things like that occurring, and whatever is meaningful to you as well. Expect miracles, because miracles are going to happen, baby. The same here. Attract the best and the best will come. Think of the best and the best will happen. So continue doing that work. And there's this big energy of miracles and magic surrounding you this month, which is beautiful. Let's take another deck and get more information for you, pile 3. So more information for pile 3, please, on the themes of this month, of attracting the best, of reflecting, of perspective, of speaking from their truth. Of miracles, signs of cleansing the clutter and tapping into the energy of creation for pile 3. All right. We have 1. We're going to get a couple more. What else can we get for pile 3, please? Okay. And then let's just take one more for you guys. Just gonna put this here and this here. So what we have: snakeskin, information, secrets, body language, and senses. That's again kind of reminding me of that energy of reflection, of perspective, of seeing things a different way. We have body language, which is kind of reminding me of like speaking your voice. So using your body. How are you using your voice? How are you using your body to create what you want? So paying attention to that. Paying attention to how your body responds to certain things. So what is your body telling you in certain situations? Paying attention to your senses. Is your body opening up or closing down? The body's response to certain words, to certain ways to certain beliefs. So paying attention to that in order to really help yourself and nourish yourself in the best way possible for you. And then here we have this magical card here, the Ouroboros, creative work, infinite wisdom, and alchemy. So again, a super, very much magical card. I feel like it's crazy how much magical energy there is in this reading right now for you, pile 3. I don't know if you are psychic, intuitive, or what, but there's a lot of like spiritual energy. There's a lot of magical energy surrounding you, reaching your dreams, being able to manifest your dreams, being able to see miracles occurring. That's absolutely beautiful. And the Ouroboros is such an ancient and beautiful, not spirit guide, but like almost mythological like symbol. And it represents the wholeness of the soul. So yeah, I feel like you're coming into your manifesting powers, and you're really stepping up to create a life of dreams for yourself, the life that you desire. So that's really beautiful. And we also have the card here of remedy, with a heart in the center, and magical medicine, sacred heart. And so again, yeah, there's that kind of like magical element here. And there's also this message of another day, but I feel like it's saying like, with patience, everything will fall into place. I believe there are also all the 4 elements here of earth, fire, and water. And we have alchemy here. So really kind of like stepping up to your potential, to all the energies that are present that you can use to your advantage. So really kind of like using your mind to your advantage, using your heart to your advantage. And I don't mean that in a way that you're like abusing people or whatever, right? I mean it in the way that you're really becoming whole, that you're really kind of like nourishing yourself, and becoming the best version of yourself to serve yourself and others and humanity as a whole. And yeah, you got to be patient through that process, but things are really unfolding. This month is absolutely big in that regard, and being able to, you know, really start to see manifestations, start to know how to work with the energies and with your mind, and how to create, you know, happiness, and how to create the lifestyle you desire. So there's that big energy here for you, Pal 3. And yeah, let's see. Let's take one last deck and get final information for you, Pal 3. Final information, please, for Pal 3. Ooh, there they are. Let's see. So we have this card here, which says you are light and integrate your knowing. Okay, yes, beautiful. So I want to speak about this card right off. So integrate your knowing. So yes, so integrate your learnings, what you are learning through that, through reflecting, through that stillness, through kind of reworking how things appear, and gaining different perspectives, through opening your mind and your heart to differing perspectives from ones maybe you didn't hold before, from viewing yourself differently, from holding different ideas in your mind, different beliefs. So start to integrate what you find out. Start to really step into that role of creating, you know, what you want to see, right? So you have the capacity to create what you want in your life. And as you integrate whatever you find out, like your new learnings, you know, like what builds you up, if you find that through, you know, some energy of joy, you created your best, you know, I don't know, your best painting so far, if you're an artist, for example, then you know that you can tap into that energy to have more of that in your life. So that's more of a like material thing that you're seeing, but it can be something more spiritual. Like, for example, if you self-talk to yourself, saying, you know, in a specific area, like you are very lovable, and I'm so happy that I get to be you every day. You know, what does that do to your energy if you say that to yourself, right? And how are you interacting with others as a consequence of that? And kind of like integrating that into your knowing, and really kind of like owning that talk, and becoming that person, fully becoming that light. And here it says you are the light, and yes, you are the light. You are the creator. You are a miracle as well, okay? And you are fully capable of becoming whatever you wish to become and having whatever you wish to have, as long as you are in line with your truth, as long as you are in line with that inner joy, with that that energy of like seeing through the eyes of love instead of seeing through the eyes of fear, being able to view situations from this different perspective, and and really cleaning out the clutter that might be cluttering your vision. The negativity, the self-talk that's not necessarily very positive, or things like that. So letting go of these things and really embracing the light and embracing that new energy, that creative energy that is very much a potential and occurring very much. I mean, from what I see from this reading, it's definitely there and very present and very real. Yes, Path 3, this is a really nice reading for you guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do let me know how things are turning out for you this month, what signs, what things have occurred in terms of what you wish to see happening, in terms of your creative powers, your manifestations, and the projects that you want to birth and everything. How is that going for you? So see you next time, Pal 3. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. I also give readings. You can scroll down in the description box and find my email. So take care, Pal 3. See you next time. And I also invite you to check out my other pick a card videos if you haven't yet. Bye.